This year, we're going to New Orleans to bring hope to the people in New Orleans. We're so excited as a youth group and as a church. We're answering the call of the Great Commission. We're pumped up, we're fired up, we're ready to bring hope, ready to bring peace, ready to bring the Holy Spirit to a people in need, a people hurting, and a people lost.
Since Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, the homeless population has escalated from 6,000 to 19,000 people. So we have the opportunity this year to go and bring hope to a city that has no hope. We are so excited to hit the streets of New Orleans.
During this trip, we'll be meeting various needs of the people who live in New Orleans. We'll be doing service projects, vacation Bible schools for children. We'll actually be going to Bourbon Street and being the hands and feet of Jesus to people who are completely lost, who are lost in pop culture and don't know what God says about them. So we're excited, and our youth, man, they're going to be able to share their testimonies. They're going to be able to minister through song and through powerful, dramatic skits to illustrate the gospel of the kingdom. This is my 10th mission trip with Gathering Place Church, and my life has been changed dramatically, and I just want to thank you personally. And you're going to hear some testimonies here in a second of youth whose lives have been changed because of your giving, because of your prayers. So we're so excited that you've decided to give and to champion the cause of us going to New Orleans. So we love you, we're excited, and we're excited as a church family to come together to bring hope to the people of New Orleans.
Check out these videos.
Hey, my name is Clark Crook. I'm 17. This is my 5th mission trip.
Hi, my name is Allison. I'm 27 years old, and this is my 4th mission trip.
Hi, my name is Colin. I'm 17 years old, and this will be my 5th mission trip.
What inspires me to go on missions? We are called to bring hope to the lost, and the feeling of bringing someone to Christ is priceless. And all the fundraising that we do and everything that we go through to get to a mission trip is totally worth it if it's just to bring that one person to Christ. So it's all worth it to me, every effort and everything.
What inspires me to go on missions is the ability to speak life into people so far away from me that I never encounter on just like my everyday life, like everyday walk of life. It's kind of surreal.
I think we're all inspired to be missionaries because we see need around us, and that's the one thing Jesus told us to do, feed his sheep. And so far as actually going to another country, that has been remarkable for me. We all know to praise in whatever circumstances we're in, but when we see people with a dirt floor and packing boxes smiling and praising God just because we're there with them, we realize how blessed we are and how much we need to give.
Well, a few years ago when I went to Mexico for my first time, God really just changed my life and inspired me to be the person I am today, and that I will continue to be throughout my life. And we were one day at ministry, we were just doing something. We were just walking around this neighborhood, and we were just looking for people to pray for. And there's just really nobody out there. We're like, all right, what's going on, God? Like, come on, where are you at? So we just kind of got in a group. We were just like, God, just show us people, show us signs, show us something of like a picture, clothing, something, just a visual representation of somebody who needs prayer. So I was about 14, 15 years old at the time, and I was like, I'm young, I don't really need to step out and say something. I'm just going to kind of play the background and let the other guys step up. But while we were praying and we were just doing this, God just kept flooding me with these images and stuff like that. And I saw a parent holding hands walking up a hill with a child, and I was just like, should I say it? Like, I wasn't really sure. And then as we kept praying, I was like, I have to say it. So I said it, and I was like, all right, we prayed for it, and then we started walking. And once we kind of get to the peak of the hill and you can kind of see down the hill and the path, I saw the picture that God had given me in the head. And in that moment, I can still picture it clear today. That's when God really changed my life. I was like, you know what, Colin, if you're willing, if you have the heart to go and do this, and then you're just willing for me to work in you, here you are, you're ready. And in that moment, that's when God really changed my heart. I was like, you know what, Colin, you can do this, you're ready. And that's really where I got my heart for missions and what inspires me to keep going. Well, I'd have to say my first mission trip, I was 14 to Jamaica, and through the week we got to do VBS and spend time with the kids, and I met this kid named Ronaldo, which is weird because he was also a twin, so it's pretty cool how we got to connect there. But just as the week, just kind of got to know each other. I just kind of got to speak life into him, and then at the end of the trip, he wrote me this letter, and it was basically just thanking him that like he's never had a friend like me before, and he was just happy that someone loved him like I did, and he was just happy that someone pushed him to know who Jesus was, to help him know who he was, and maybe help him kickstart his relationship with him. So that was really cool, and that kind of what inspired me, is that you're never too young, you're never too old to be an impact and to let God use you. So that's really what inspired me, and what keeps me going and makes me want to go on more mission trips, just be an impact on these people.
My most memorable mission trip was definitely Costa Rica in 2013. One of the last nights, I think it was like Friday night, we were in this little chapel. All we had was us, our voices, and this tiny little acoustic guitar, and we were singing Break Every Chain, and as I was looking around, I was seeing everyone just praising God, and the chains are literally falling off of them. And, I sat down and I just started bawling my eyes out, and it was just I could literally feel the chains falling off of me, and I was like crying out to God, God, I don't want it anymore, I don't want it anymore. And I wasn't exactly sure what I didn't want anymore at that time, but I figured it out later. When I got home, like my life completely changed, God really changed my life and in my heart and everything. So everything that has happened after that mission trip was definitely started right there in that chapel.
My life has been impacted by missions. My first mission trip, I got to break out of my shell, really. I got to, sing in front of people and act in front of people, and I've never done things like that really before. So it opened up a whole new kind of world to me, and I know that I can be a leader, and I know that I can do things that I thought that I couldn't.
Seeing lives change and just seeing hearts softened. Just when you go in there, their hearts are kind of hard and they're kind of timid about learning more about God. But as the week goes on, you just keep pressing into them. God really just starts to soften their heart. And it's just amazing. It's impacted my heart, just to have a soft heart that's willing to learn, willing to be accepting and teachable. So that's really how I've been impacted on mission trips.